Today we are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's visit to the law school, and it was right here in the Allen courtroom, and we are commemorating it because it's a red letter day in our history. And just like Justice Brandeis is buried right outside the doors here in the portico, we think it's important for every law student and every person who works here to know that Dr. King visited here, because it's the only place that he ever visited at UofL, even though he visited Louisville many times in the 1960s.
I was a law student here at the University of Louisville, and I was head of a speakers committee in our student government, and we invited lawyers and judges and other people, politicians, to come and speak. And I heard that Dr. King was going to be in town for a Southern Christian Leadership Conference meeting, and his brother, A.D. Williams King, was a friend of mine, so I called A.D. and said, "Hey, can you get Dr. King to come to the university?" And he said, "I bet I can." The courtroom was filled, and the people who couldn't get in, some were hanging outside on the walls, looking through open windows and listening, and others were outside the front door watching him come in and then watching him go out, but they didn't get to hear the speech. But it was crowded, and all the news people were here, all the various stations at the time. It was quite an event. What I remember most was the 15 or 20 minutes that I had with Dr. King alone before the speech. What I discovered during that time period, or what really got to me, was his humility, his religious being, but at the same time, he had power, and he knew that he was in the right, and he knew that what he was working for was the right thing to do, and he knew that he could make that change. And so he was absolutely dead set to accomplish that. And he was here to speak in favor of open housing laws, for one thing. And he did that in addition to his SCLC meeting and his meeting with us. So he was here during a time of controversy, and it was controversial nationwide too. He was not popular nationwide at this time.
This isn't just something for us to look at history. We also need to wrestle with contemporary reality. I mean, we're still debating about neighborhood schools and busing in this city in the 21st century. So these are things that we still need to grapple with and not just, bury them with King.